Hey guys, welcome back. I know what I said before, but we are going to be doing another fire alarm collection video. As you can tell, I got a couple some more devices than last time. A few of these you haven't seen on my system tests in a while, or you haven't seen them on my system tests at all. So let's go over and just not letting you know, I will be pulling all of these pull stations. The reason why I got all my devices here laid out now because I got all my alarms taken down from the system right now. Because I'm going to be redoing all the wiring tomorrow. So, yeah. So we're going to start off on the top. And we'll make our way to the bottom. First of all, so we got right here my Gentex what model is my Gentex GEC3-24WR, aka the Commander 3. I have this thing for about 2 years now, which is very surprising. And I'm planning on getting another one of these soon, or a Commander 4. I haven't decided yet. Just so you know, if you ever think of getting a fire alarm, go for the Commander 3 if you first start collecting, because these are good devices. So next, we got my two BG12s. We got the Silent Night PS.DAH here. Still nice and standard BG12s, not much nice. I'm planning on getting back boxes for these, the actual ones. And also we got my second one, the Notifier BN BG12L. And I had that thing for about 2 years now. It's very beat up, but it still works. Once I get this installed, I'm planning on moving my panel in that room, and I'll probably put this in there with it, since it's so beat up. Next up, we got the Wheelock MIZ. The model is MIZ-24S-W. And if it's the red, it's the MIZ-24S-R for the red. But I could be wrong. Just tell me that. And I do know FCI and Siemens rebrands these. If you know any other brands, please tell me in the comments, because I'd like to find out. Next up, we got both of my System Sensor PC2R ceiling mount spectral advances. This one is my first gen here. It's obvious because there's a little notch on the bottom. My screwdriver here. Take off the bracket so I can show you the model. This one I did get brand new box, so if you haven't seen the video of me unboxing it, please do. And there is the model and everything. This is made in 2009. As you can see down there. This is another advance. This was made in this one is a second gen. And this one was made in 2006. Which is interesting. Same thing. Wait a minute. So the font... Yeah, the font on this one is actually smaller than it is on this one. Pretty interesting. And also the red, in my eyes, the red tints are a little different. So, but they're both advances. They both sound the same. But that one actually does that weird thing when it does that dying noise. That one does not. But yeah, those are good devices. They're easy to wire up. But if you want, there's also if you didn't know, there's also 4-wire models of those. Next up, I've also had this thing for 2 years now. This is my Wheelock HSW Exceeder. Yeah, this thing is not in the best shape because the clips are broken and there's a bunch of scratches over it, but it still works really well. But I'm planning on getting one of these in red, but I don't know what that's going to be. So that is a good alarm. In case you don't know this either, the Wheelock Exceeders, the NS, the ZNS have the same horns. If you didn't know that, so that's pretty neat. So my favorite feature there. So beside this, we got my Wheelock MT horn. The model is MT-12-24. This is actually a Canadian model, MT, which you can tell because it's USC there. And just say where it's made. It was made in 2016. This thing, the label is not in the best shape, honestly, but it definitely works pretty dang well. Those zip switches is how you change the tone. I might get a horn strobe model of this. I still need to get the little clip thingies. And I do, as you can notice, that one is a slight darker tint than the rest of the alarm. So, I'm going to try and get a deeper back box so I can install this in my room. So, stay tuned for that one. Next up, this is still a fire alarm, but it's one I can't use my system right now. So, this is my Potter PBA 1206 120 volt bell. These are not part of fire alarm systems, technically, so these are normally found for fire sprinkler systems. In my area, these are very common. There's a bunch of apartment buildings in my area that has these. My local Lowe's has one outside. I think my local Menards does as well, but these are everywhere here where I live. So, I might get a 10-inch version of that. So, that's pretty neat. Next, here, we got my Simplex 4251-20 T-bar. I really love this pull station. I'm not sure if you didn't know, but this is actually compatible with my Belvedere, because this can handle 120 volts. That's pretty cool. So, this one here, you guys are probably hate me for this, but this one's not, this is a bootleg Spectral Classic, but this one's actually really cool. This one is actually really loud, and 2, the strobe is actually clear on this one, and 3, the tones in here are a little bit better, and they actually have larger terminals. So don't put hate comments on my videos for this, because I do not want any of that on my channel. So please do not put any hate comments on my videos. And yeah. So if you don't believe me, get one and test it for yourself. It depends which seller. I just got this from a friend of mine. I don't know what seller he got it from. So it depends who sells these. It varies who sells them. So they can be different. They're loud. They can be very quiet. Who knows? Alright, next up, we got the System Sensor SR strobe. It's another advanced, but it's a strobe only. And I need my screwdriver again. See, System Sensor SR. And this is a second gen, by the way, because this has the smaller font and it doesn't have that weird notch line on the bottom. Pretty cool, yeah. So, as you can notice, I do have only one Federal Signal pull station. Now, that's because a friend of mine got that T-bar from. I actually traded him from one of my other ones this for that. So, I was going to pull it. Which the model is the Federal Signal 4050-001T. It's a very good pull station. Unfortunately, 2 of the wires pulled out, but that's not a big issue because I don't use those. I only need 2 wires. So, but it still works really well. That will be on my next system test. Beside that, we got my Gamewell rebranded Wheelock AS. And this is a rare alarm, by the way. It's a little damaged in the back, but it still works. It still works fine. But it's a little finicky. So I did be careful with that. So right here, we got my Edwards Genesis EG1-RFP mini horn. I haven't used this thing in a long time, so I might bring this back on a future system test. So that'll be pretty good to have. Beside that, we got my System Sensor P2WL L Series horn strobe. This is the model there. Very good alarm. Really loud. And so basically the L Series is an advanced, but more revamped, and it's newer. And that was made in 2023. Next up, we got this. This is the oldest notification appliance in my collection. The model is the Simplex 2001 20-3-91. Crap. The Simplex 20-3-9001 strobe plate with a 20-1-9838 horn behind it. So in the system test, I was also not thinking that day, so I got the model number mixed. So I strongly apologize for that. So yeah, it is a 20-3-9001 strobe plate. Next to that, we got my system sensor P1224MC Spectral Classic horn strobe. Yep, there it is. You can see the model number there. This was made in 2006, this one's actually a special spectral alert because this is the exact age I am. This was made on my birthday, the same day I was born. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And this is a special spectral classic also because it is a multi-candela version. So you'll normally find these with Ademco fire alarm systems because there's a Golden Corral I went to that had them. There's an antique shop in my area that has them. My local Salvation Army has them, but in white. There was a gas station I went to that had them. And I think that's about it. My local Goodwill has Spectral Alert Classics as well, but they are fixed candela. And they have the screw terminals, and the pull stations are BG8s. And speaking of my local Goodwill, we got one of the smoke detectors that they use there, which happens to be a System Sensor 2400. It's a 2400, not a 2424, because it's a 4-wire unit. So 2400 there. My local Goodwill has a bunch of 2400s all over the place, but they're very yellowed. They also have an i3, I think at least one or two, and there's also a random 2100, which is interesting. All the pull stations are BG8s by Firelight, so eventually I'll probably make a video of the system there, but I don't know. So, next to that, we got my Simplex, my Siemens UMHU-MCS horn strobe. It's not a UMMT, like I mentioned before. The difference between these and the UMMTs are multi-tone, and those have ceiling units, which the UMHUs, when there's one tone. It's kind of like the Advances, the MIZ, and the Exceeder, and the AS here. They can only do code 3 and continuous. And this one happens to be a multi-candela version. The non-multi-candela version is with the firelight rings on the sides, which I think only come in SmartSync models, so these kind of work similar to a True Alert. But I could be wrong. I don't know the specific date on this. I do not want to take a look because it's really hard to find. So, sometime in the mid-2000s, I'll have to say. So yeah, now let's go with the knockoff system next. So we got this weird... It's not really knocking off anything. This is my little security siren thingy. As you can see, a lot of the terminal screws are missing, so I'm going to have to buy some more of those. It still works, as far as I know. I haven't tested this thing in a long time. So, yeah, I haven't used that in a while. That sounds very similar to one of the tones the Fake Alert does. So, in a future video, I'll probably make a test of that versus that. See which is louder. That's actually a lot louder, the Fake Alert is. So, that'd be pretty interesting. We got my 3 unmarked or unbranded call points. I can only activate one of them, because these ones don't have glass in them, and this one is missing its back box. And we got this again. This is that weird 4-wire Chinese smoke detector I can't really use right now. If I get a panel, I might be able to use that, but I'll have to modify and all of that. And last but simply not least, we got my bootleg PG12, which is not the best, but it gets the job done. So that's my entire commercial fire alarm collection. We're not doing any of the residential stuff today, but that's all my commercial stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and also check out my other content. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a fantastic night.